Hello, YouTube. Hello, McCow. Hello, Red Pill. This is Red Pill in the Wind. This is probably going to be ending up as a podcast. But the topics today, we're going to be doing an off the cuff. You know, the topics today are the Black community resource management, or the Black community resource management, generational wealth, partnerships in relationships, and parenthood. We're also going to basically include any open topics. I'd like to welcome, hey, Jim McIntosh, hey, JR. First thing we're going to talk about the Black community. Now, this is not all Black communities, but this is just a vast majority of. I mean, it's messed up. And the thing is, they like to use, I mean, Tiku already covered this, but they like to use, oh, you're not from America. That is the saddest excuse I have ever heard in my entire life. Oh, you're not from America? Oh, you're not from the Black community? Um, well, guess what? I am. So what you got to say about that? So I'm going to basically spill all your tea. I'm going to spill all your tea. Yeah, sadly, Yam's not here. He might not show, nobody might show up, but I'm pretty much probably doing this by myself. But I'm going to spill all the tea. Let's see. Where do I start? Well, wow. I don't even know what to start with, the men or the women. Let's start in general. The Black community is brainwashed. It's flat out brainwashed. You know, brainwashed by the news media, brainwashed by by their elders, by mother, father, grandma, grandpappy. They're all brainwashed. They've been brainwashed, been passed, and the brainwashing has been passed down by generation to generation. Flat out. It's just flat out. Oh, you need to vote this way because granddad voted this way, or so and so voted this way, and this is the way we did this because we're monkeys in the freaking in a cavern, and every time somebody sprays away from thing, we don't know why, but as long ago somebody must have got hit with a water hose of ice cold water. Yeah, it's all right. It happens. But like one of these monkeys tried to go for the bushel of bananas and got sprayed with ice, and everybody else got sprayed with ice cold water, and everybody just jumps on the monkey, right? That's how we do it now. Okay, we ain't nothing but with experiments, right? Look, a lot of these leaders, these black leaders, were bought. Flat the fuck out. They were bought. Huh. You know, they were just bought. They're owned. You know, that's the black community in a nutshell. You know, and it's caused problems. The way they voted, the way that the black community has voted has caused problem for them. You know, every time a certain party has the House and the Senate, guess what? Guess who gets screwed? You guessed it. You know, in the '70s, the black women kicked the man out of the home, basically making them strong and independent, not independent, independent, in hyphen dependent. There's a difference between independent and in hyphen dependent. They're independent of the government. This is what it is. It's just what it is. You can get mad all you want. Hey, guess what? It happens. We all can't be somewhat free thinking, because you know why we can't be free thinking? Because every time we find a free thinker, we are quick to jump on the free thinker, and we are quick to beat the person down, either on social media or in life. A long time ago, I was a part of a Facebook group called Free Thinker United. I put a prediction. You continue to do this with the American with the flag, you're gonna get somebody you're not gonna like. Sure enough, I told them. Guess what? What happened? I predicted it, and it's like the women are a lot of black women are brainwashed. A lot of them. You need to vote Democrat. No, I don't. I need to vote for what's best for me long term. Incompetent. Yeah. You know, Vladimir Putin basically explained explained Africa in a nutshell. They outsource the resources to other countries that don't look like them, which basically break that down as we absolutely hate ourselves. We hate ourselves. We hate ourselves. Come on. Name me 10 black. Let me name me 10 black banks that are not spread that are within that are. Well, listen, you know what? Better yet, I'm gonna be nice. Within 1,000 miles within each other. Oh no, that's too hard. Name me 10 black blanks that are in 2,000 miles. Oh wait, that might be harder. Let's go at 3,000 miles. That better? I, they're all dotted across the country. We don't invest in our own banks. That is why one of the reasons why all these banks are basically running you through the coals, while you're getting basically mistreated in other banks. And even though you own a business, hey, guess what? I was just about to get that. I was just about to get that. And you know what? And you know what? Mr. Daniels is right. The black community does not exist. It's just a mere figment of somebody's imagination to keep people under somebody's thumb. It's just a figment of an imagination to keep somebody under this. Oh, you got to do this for the community. Oh, well, so did Nipsey. Nipsey Hussle did a lot of things for the communities. Look what happened to him. He got killed, and a few other rappers, artists, actors, singers, business owners did a lot of things for the community, but yet, where are they? Now, mind you, we do have a problem black people do have a problem in their slum, because I don't even know whether to call it a community or a slum. I think I'll call it a slum, because every time that I go through a black neighborhood across America, unless it's a high income neighborhood where they are black business owners actually pulled together, innocent in an area, crabs in a bucket, crabs in a bucket. Starved banks and crabs in a bucket. That's all they are, crabs in a bucket. 20%. That's just an estimation. 20% is the survival rate. It's the survival line. It's the survival rate line or threshold. 20% is the survival rate threshold for anybody who does not have a nationality, a country backing them, or a country or a culture backing them. 20%. 12 to 13.4% is where black people are in America. And I'm not gonna. And don't say, "Oh, we got Africa." Africa's not a country. Africa's a continent with a series of countries, and not all of them are owned by, not all of them are run by black people. Let that sink in. Not all of them are run by black people. Let that sink in. Let that swirl around in your head. I'm waiting for somebody to. I'm waiting. I'm desperately waiting for somebody to say, "Come on, say it." Like said, say that I'm not. Well, I'm not of the black community. I grew up in a black community. Tico's family left for good reason, for good measure, so that they didn't end up in slaves, buck broken, tied to the whipping post. They left for good reason, for good measure. They knew better than to try to fight. Shoot, some of them went to Cuba, some of them went to Costa Rica. Oh yeah, forgot. Even though my grandfather, my grandmother grew up in a war zone, exactly. Like I said, even though my grandmother came from came to Louisiana by way of Cuba, my great grandmother came to Louisiana by way of Cuba, and my great grandfather came to Louisiana by way of Jamaica. Guess what? I still have family members on the other side of the family that were that has basically that are descendants that were slaves. I'm just saying. So yeah, so really they can't really nobody can say anything but say anything really. I mean, if you look at it, Mr. Daniels grew up in a war zone, which is probably still more stable than the black community. What y'all got to say now? What y'all got to say now? What do y'all have to say now? You better hope that Tika comes in to save you. Well, though I highly doubt it, because he got other things to worry about. The community. I'm gonna spill all the tea. I'm gonna spill the tea, and that's just one segment. That is just one segment of this thing. We don't. We are quick to basically pull our children down from a tree instead of from a tree to get when they're trying to get fruit. But we will pull our own children. Let. We will literally pull our own children down from their dreams before we boost them up. Remember when the last time R. Kelly was put in prison on bail? Black women pulled their money together to bail a predator out of jail instead of pulling their money together to educate their children, to get their children an education, so that they can be doctors and lawyers. In reality, black men and women are not fit to lead the black community. Black men and women are not fit to lead the black community. Black men and women are not fit to lead the black community. Did y'all hear me in the back? They are not fit to lead their own community. Think about that. Think about that. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. That's crazy. But yet you got freaking straight. You got freaking gay black. I mean, no, but not bashing. You got gay black dudes saying that black men should give women a chance. We already did. Might as well. Might as well hand it like Semper 304 for Semper for criminals. And we might as well hand it off to the Hispanics or any other race. Hand it off to the Arabs. Hand it off to the Croatians or the Czechoslovakians, because we're not even fit to lead a continent. A continent of people. What about Obama? Obama screwed you. Obama sold you a dream and screwed you. Obama screwed you. He sold you a dream, cheaper education. Obama and the Democrats screwed you. You know, I mean, actually, the whole goddamn world screwed you because you present your behind to them. You present your keister. Like, yeah, true. He did screw us all, but he screwed black, and the world screwed black people because they present their keister to it. They're just so easy. A lot of them are just so easily fuckable in the ass. Sagging. They're all the majority, the vast majority of them are all fuck broken. Well, to be honest with you, you might as well. Hey, let's do it. Hey, fuck it. Not my problem. Not my banana. Not my zoo. Might as well.
Hello. How you doing, Red Pill Win?
I'm all right. I'm alive.
But yeah, man, you know the black the black community is no black community because, like you say before, they all unstable. They have a mental illness, and blacks won't get anywhere.
Right. They will literally drag their own children down before they ever help them. Oh, that's not, dude. That's not. Oh, basically. Oh no, you don't want to go to. Don't go to college. Don't go to college. That's what white people do, or that's what Asians do, or that's what so and so does. Go ahead, sling this goddamn crack rock, or goddamn go sling this weed, or do whatever. You know,
Yep.
go
It's gonna
sling this
continue. It's
rock.
gonna continue to be that way throughout history.
20%. 20% is the survival threshold of the survival threshold for any culture that has no country backing them.
Nope.
We're at black people are at 14 to 13%. I have to look at the numbers again. Since 2021. That abortion clinic is really working out great. And you know the worst part about it is they put all the abortion clinics within either walking distance or bus or transit distance from the black community.
Yep.
Heck, I could ride. I mean, where I came from, I could ride all the way halfway across the freaking city. I could ride from one end of the city and get completely downtown and literally get to the abortion clinic in like maybe 30 minutes on a bike. Let me give a geographical thing, a geographical of the city of Pittsburgh. I could ride from Wilkinsburg to downtown Pittsburgh Pennsylvania on a bicycle and have done it before. And I guarantee you, along my route, there's at least the one goddamn abortion clinic.
Yep. Yep.
And who's necessarily going to be riding a bike?
A man.
A man, unless it's flat land and it's women, and they're gonna wear stuff to look cute.
I mean, a woman could ride a bicycle, but they'll start complaining and whining. Oh, my tire went flat and all this crap, and you know how that goes.
Yeah,
I need a ride.
I ain't
Call my
gonna let you.
boyfriend, call whoever in the car to get a ride and stuff like that.
Right, and it's
Yep.
like we bail a freaking predator. I mean, to be honest with you, why didn't we try to bail Bill Cosby out? Oh, because he showed because his shows showed a positive black family. That's why.
Hmm.
Because his show showed a positive black family. Huh. Weird.
Yep.
Weird. So you're telling me that I'm supposed to support, like as I said before, my life don't matter until you done robbed me, killed me, and ran through a damn pockets.
Yeah. Blacks are just backwards, and they go continue going down the path. Yeah. They can kill each other. They can kill each other. They real bold and they kill each other and fight each other. When it comes to non-blacks, always racist and all this
oh,
other crap. And
or
yeah,
yes, man, yes, sir, 3 bags full. You know,
they get scared.
yeah,
They get scared, man.
it's yes, sir, 3 bags full, or oh my God, hands up, don't shoot.
I ain't afraid of white people. Let me tell you that right now. I ain't afraid of white people. And I'm a black man.
I've felt safe.
Yeah.
There are two scenarios that I've felt safer than in the black community. The first scenario was hanging out with rednecks.
Yep.
The second scenario, when I was in a country, when I was in Jordan, I wasn't worried about getting shot and my pockets ran through.
Yep. That's true, man. That's true.
I wasn't worried about getting shot or my pockets ran through. You know?
Yep.
And I'm supposed to feel and now we might as well give every white person a permanent a permanent freaking N word card, an N word pass. We might as well give them every freaking white person a freaking N word pass. You know, as a matter
Absolutely.
of fact, screw it. Give everybody it. Screw it, because they're all ignorant. They're all ignorant. And you want to tell me that I'm supposed to support this Jack Fornicacy?
Mm. Yep.
Yeah, right. Okay. I like to know what planet I'm on. Am I on still on Earth?
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
well, shit. That's fucked up.
Prison planet.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But it's like the way I see it is like we ain't got long. We really ain't got long because what's going to happen is first thing foremost, black people are already where these people want them to be. Because I'm gonna give you a solution. I'm gonna give you a formula.
Go ahead.
Raise the tax or lower the taxes to where they can afford to rent or own a house. Have them stay there for a few years, for a few decades, a generation or two. Let them jack it up as long as they keep drugs, as long as you keep drugs and guns and it flowing to the community. Then after a few decades, the guns and the drugs stop flowing, or stop doing having its effectiveness. You have a whole ball, and you basically take them from this community, bump the price up in that community to force them to move to a more affordable place to live, which just so happens to be around more ignorant black people.
That's
And
gonna
then
be fucked up.
basically,
Oh, go ahead.
how about I'm not done. Like I said, before around more ignorant black people to where they shoot them, or they're basically playing shoot them up, bang bang, cowboys to girls, and basically start the process over again. But you got to keep them near an abortion clinic because you don't want them having educated lame children. You got to glorify the streets, glorify selling drugs, glorify blowing people halfway to kingdom coming back. Got to glorify that. You got to keep that glorified in music, in movies. You glorify all the things that destroy the black community.
Yeah, man. What I was saying was that that's already going on, and that's they even fucking that up even worse.
It's been
So
going on for years.
there's no need to actually decrease the rent. I would
Oh
increase.
no,
I would
they
increase it.
they increased the rent. They increased the rent to get them people out
Yeah.
so that they could gentrify it.
Yep.
They increased the taxes to get the people out so they can gentrify it.
Yeah.
And it works like a fucking charm.
Yep. Problem with that too, man. With these Democrats in,
Oh, we're fucked.
all this shit gonna go on. Ever since
Oh, we're
Biden got
fucked.
in, these black women and the so-called simps just got a whole lot worse, man.
Oh
A
yeah,
whole lot worse.
20%. We're gonna drop to 11% by 2024.
Absolutely.
11 to 10% by 2024.
Yep.
11 to 10%, maybe even 9% by 2024.
I say the black man, mostly the black man. They still out here simping for these bitches and all that crap.
Damn, like I said, I'm done. I'm done. And it's like, and then you got this swirler community. Not all the swirler community. It's just a lot of them. Just a lot of them.
Yeah.
Basically making it so I don't have a chance. Why that I don't have a chance in finding any type of relationship. See, I'm an educated lame. So basically, a black swirler would run to another culture and basically talk trash about me or about people like me, and then basically shot my chances in half. That's why I've already accepted, and that's one of the reasons why I'm basically dropping all the goddamn freaking the spilling the tea. I'm dropping a whole tea bag, a whole goddamn tea plantation on these mugs. Screw it. I'm dropping a tea plantation. Like I said, and for me, it's like we also don't have generational sleep. Not all of us, but a lot of us don't have anything form of generational wealth. We're broke.
Yep.
The continent of Africa, yeah, we're broke. The continent of Africa is on its way to being broke because the continent of Africa and the countries that reside within it, are outsourcing it to elsewhere, to other places. And the worst part about it is the people who pay the most are their children. They're the ones that are digging up your diamonds. for other people to bow down on one knee and say, "Will you frickin' marry me?" They are the ones that are digging up your these lithium freaking elements, so that other people can ride in Teslas or Chevy Volts or Ford Leaf car, green cars. They're not green. Do you know what lithium is? Lithium is a heavy salt, a metal salt that if you pour water in it, it burns a red flame. If you put it up to fire, it will burn a red flame. Lithium ion batteries. Can't get them wet. Get them wet, you know, man, it's a problem. Lord help you get them wet in your pocket. And then you have my favorite, gold.
Yep.
Every other, every culture in the god daggone world is getting rich off of the continent of Africa. Where's your where's your leadership right now? Buck Broken, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, both buck broken. They're old, but they're still a good fuck. They're old as hell, but they're still a good fuck. That's for damn sure. Yo, in your lions. Welcome. Yeah, Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton are old, but they're still good fucks. Their assholes are still loose enough to fuck. They don't got that same elasticity, but they know how to rock their fucking hips.
Yeah, man. That's why I stay away from the majority of people, especially black women, especially them. They bring that ghetto shit my way, I shut it down. I ain't gonna put up with it.
Yep. Yeah, I know it's been a long time. The thing is, Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton are just old enough to know how to get a motherfucker off. And they know how to suck too. Don't get it wrong. They know how to suck.
Damn.
They know how to suck. Hell, they're expert. They are expert at being at the guy being a pipe at the pit as a spit roast.
Mm.
They are experts at being pipe fitting and fitted pipes at spit roast. I'm pretty sure if you basically hung them, if you basically put them on the goddamn pig style on a roast, and excuse me, and the wind blew, their both holes would basically it would go in with their asshole and out their mouth.
Damn.
It's just what it is.
Yep.
It's just what it is.
Just good to stay focused on yourself and stay to yourself. Because not only things are worse now, they go get worse in the next 3 to 4 years.
Yep.
Yo, what's going on? It's been a long
It's
time.
going. It's going.
What's up, Kings and Lions?
I'm just basically spilling the tea on the black community.
Oh, not too much RPD.
Red Pill
But
Daniels.
But how's it going, Win? Because I
It-
see, y'all talk about a lot of stuff that's going on.
Oh yeah, I'm spilling the tea. I'm spilling the tea in an old wind in the old wind fashion, or as close as I can get, because I've calmed down too much.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. I know a whole lot what's going on.
Like I said, as I said in the beginning when I first started making this content, I said everything you do is not going to be for you. It's going to be for your children.
Yep.
In the beginning, in the very beginning of my content creation, I said everything you do is not going to be for you. It's going to be for your children. If you have them. Me, I'm probably not going to have children. I'm probably going to be an old ass savage. Old ass heathen.
I know I won't have,
Talking shit
have
to
no kids. Go ahead.
Oh,
talking shit to the pastors. I will literally talk shit to a pastor. You know? I don't give a flying fuck if he was anointed by goddamn. If I don't give a damn if God came down here and anointed him, I'm still gonna talk shit.
Mm.
Generational wealth,
Yeah. I know I
and
won't
it's
have
like,
no kids.
I
I
mean,
mean, there's a lot of corruption going on in the world. Exactly what's going on.
personally, if you ask me, fuck Ukraine and Russia, fuck them both. Let them fucking fight it out. That's another goddamn fucking side of the world that needs to fucking fight it out. Hey, look, hey, I don't know how you feel about my views on Israel and Palestine. I think we should let them fight it out. I'm a heartless
Agreed.
motherfucker. I am a
Agreed.
heartless motherfucker. I personally, I think we should get their leaders into a goddamn room full of guns, and just basically, okay, pick your weapon and fucking have fun. And when I walk out the door, I ain't seen shit. You know,
Hmm.
just like we're like, first off, I'm gonna say this, like generational wealth. I got a question. How the hell do you expect to pass down any type of wealth when your dollar doesn't even last till lunchtime in your own neighborhood?
Yeah, the dollar bill's losing its value, and
No,
inflation
I mean, it's
going
not
up.
just that. It's not just that. Generational wealth.
Hmm.
Oh yes, you got the new J's, you got the new Jordans, you got the freaking new Iversons, the new Yeezys. But it's like, guess what? Guess what? Guess what time that Brinks truck comes along? It comes along about noon o'clock, about 11:30, maybe 10, and it's full of fucking money. And it's still a line of black people lined up for the new J's.
These simps.
That's
These simps are. They can afford it.
who can afford it.
These simps that buy the Jordans and stuff like that.
Oh no!
The
Oh
Sims,
no! Not the
the Sims
Simps
can't
again.
afford it. The Sims can't even afford it.
The
Only
Simps are
people that can afford it are the goddamn drug dealers, and they can't even afford it.
okay. I'll be real about the Simps. The Simps are stupid. All they want to do is simp, and they want to smash a woman and just use them.
Look, all they want. Look here. Let me break this to you. It takes two to tango.
Yes.
It takes two to tango. When you go after one, you got to go after the other. And like I said, the first things foremost, it's not just the simps. It's the women first things foremost, it's the women that choose who they smash.
Yep.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
like I said, the simps. There's no guarantee that they're gonna get the woman they want to smash.
Facts.
And it's the people who are able to smash that basically, and the women that choose them. See, the thing is, it has been said in a red pill so many times, and many of us always seem to glance of forget it, and it's like women choose who they want to date and bang. Men choose who they want to marry, but basically, that's not even the whole thing. Women choose who they want to date and smash. Men kinda have a choice on who they want to marry.
In facts.
They don't. I mean, we don't necessarily have a choice altogether, a complete choice on who we want to marry. And that's basically a settlement. And basically, that's when you become a settlement prize. You know, a
Yep.
settlement. And I refuse to be a settlement prize. If I got to live the rest of my life as an otaku, as a goddamn weeb, as a nerd, as a freaking anime watching goddamn fucker, I will spend the rest of my life playing video games, watching anime. Flat out. I will
Yep.
spend the rest of my life as an otaku, as a goddamn weeb, as a nerd. as a geek rather than be a settlement prize. You know, piss on that.
With this black community, when they do get the money, they
It doesn't
they don't
last. It
they
doesn't
don't, they
last
don't have
more
it
than
very long.
last more than 4 hours.
Yeah, that's how I would say they don't last very long.
It don't last more than 4 hours. I mean, I literally sat on an opening night in a parking lot in front of a freaking Foot Locker or goddamn Sneaker Villa in the car watching this crap in a hot summer heat, watching this. I'm like, okay, I got nothing better to do. What else the better to do with my time? I want to watch how long this thing is. How long till the Brinks truck comes in and carts the money away? Guess what? It didn't last long.
Nope.
4 hours. 4 hours. 4 goddamn hours. Generational wealth? Nope. Because you got a bunch of bastard children running around, little bastard ignorance, or bastard sperm children running around. Let's see. I'd like to progress this generational wealth. Yeah, we kind of jumped off the topic, but it's like resource management. Well, basically, I'm going to explain how to make generational wealth. First things foremost, stack up your bread while you're single, while you're
Yep.
young, and while you're single. Because if you're able to stack, I mean, don't like I said, basically take some of your bread, break it off to your mother and your father if they're still together. But if you're gonna choice between your mother and your father, pick your father. Because there's a lot of lessons as a man and as a woman that you need to learn from your father.
What about stocks? Think about
Stocks.
stocks.
Um, right now the market is very, very dangerous.
Mm.
Very extremely dangerous. Bonds, certificate deposits. Now they're not directly attached to the stocks, but they do garner interest. They're the safer bet.
Yep.
And like I said, stocks, bonds, and certificate deposits at this particular time. They're not. They're not. They're going to garner interest. You know, set one for 7 years, and set one for 6 years. Set one for 1 year. I mean, it's 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. Actually, I mean, to be honest with you, every year you should be setting one for 7 years and let it mature.
Yep.
Because at any given point, within those 7 years, and you just let it basically roll over into the next one, at any given point, you're gonna need to pull from them bonds or them certificate deposits every year, eventually. And it's like that you could have your money doing a little bit of work for you. You know, you can have your money working a little bit harder for you. You know, so you don't have to basically do as much as you get older.
Yeah. These
And
jobs,
if
man.
you,
With these jobs, they're about to go. They're
oh
getting
yeah,
close to go.
oh hell yes, oh hell yes. Sure, like look, these jobs, it's about to go down. It's about to go tits up.
Yeah.
By the seventh year, but by how many years, you will have forgotten about it. And he says, "Oh wow, I have this much money. I could do this now. I could do that now. I'm okay. I'm financially okay, relatively." And it's basically, if you do have children, you can keep that rolling in because you can't, it can't be touched, especially if you have a divorce. You know,
Yep.
can't be touched legally. It cannot be touched because it's not withdrawn money. It's invested.
Plan on actually building a business too, or actually working online because you want to get away from people as well. So
Exactly. You can actually use that. I mean, when it matures, you can use some of that money for your business, and you want to keep it. You want to keep these certificate deposits and these IRAs flowing. You want to keep your make. You want to keep your money working hard.
yep.
I learned about that. I dabbled in it when I was when I was in the Marine Corps. I dabbled in it, and I did experiment after experiment. And you can make a whole lot of money doing stuff like that. You know, if you're smart, you can live well. Not rich, but well.
Yeah. Yep.
And you might be able to pass that on to if you do have children, to your children. You'll be able to pass it on to your children and say, look, but the thing is, you have to raise a warrior, a person that will fight, that knows how to fight what they need for what they need. You can't raise a soft person. You got to raise a mentally hardened person. That is how you keep your children from being susceptible to being to mind fornicate fuck games, to mind fuck games. You know, and you can actually and basically allow them. And if they want to branch out, go let them branch out. But make sure that they have a place to lay their head. You know, tell
Yep.
them that this is home base. No matter where you are in the country, this will be home base. If you take care of it, home base, and teach them how to basically shingle their own roofs. Like teach them the overlap on overlapping shingles, right?
Right.
In fact, I'm gonna get into with the description. What you do is you basically measure out the roof in square feet. You measure everything in square feet. You basically start with the bottom, and you basically when you need to reshingle your roof, you get you to a tarp to protect the roof from the rain and the
Right.
elements and any form of dry rotting. And you want to cover it what you have exposed. You lay the bottom line of shingles first, and then you lay the next line. It's basically like overlapping. For the top, you have a top shingle. You want to kind of like, depending on how your roof is shaped, there's a specific way. There's a specific set of shingles that are designed for that. The contour to your roof, but you never that is how you prevent yourself from having to spend money on a professional fixing your plumbing. There's two ways there's a temporary fix to allow you to basically make it until you can do a permanent fix. Now, I was taught how to solder, you know,
Right.
and like when I was a kid, like my dad taught me how to do hot soldering, or not hot soldering, but taught me how to solder copper pipe together with flux, using flux.
Right.
And how you do the copper soldering is you find a section that's broken. You put a sleeve on top. You basically cut the section that's broken. But first, I'm gonna teach you how to make a saddle. What a saddle is basically you take a piece of sheet metal, you cut it to fit the hole, and you put it over the hole, and you tighten hose clamps around it. So that, like after putting flux on it, you tighten hose clamps around it to keep it from leaking. And after you basically get the money to fix the pipe, you shut the water off either at the main or at the shutoff valve in the house. and then you take a pipe cut and you cut both ends off of the cracked end or the broken end or the blown end, and then you put a sleeve. You take some emery cloth and you sand the pipe. Make sure you get into a clean surface, and you also sand the inside of the sleeve. You slip the sleeve over the sanded portion of both pipes of the pipes that have been cut,
Right.
and you put a piece of the pipe sanded with flux over, and you slide the sleeves back over. Then you take your torch, you heat up one end of the pipe so that basically the solder goes in, and you basically tap the solder in, allow it in, and have a cold rag on standby to cool it down. A cold wet rag. You do that, and you pretty much got a pipe that'll last you for a little bit longer. If you got a cast iron pipes, that's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit more tricky because now you got to basically thread the pipes. You got to thread the inside and the outside of the pipes. I mean, I saw the advertisement for the shark bite. I ain't seen it yet. Or I mean, I ain't used one yet, and I probably may never will get the chance to use one. But on occasion I do. That is how you start generational wealth. You teach your children how to do plumbing themselves, how to do roofing themselves, the basic needs for home maintenance.
Teach them how to paint. I
You
learned how to
should,
paint. I went to school for painting.
right? I mean, my dad was a carpenter.
Right.
I know about masking. I know about masking the area off. I know about laying the tarp down. I know about the roller paint. Like, I mean, I can't use the spray stuff because I am too. I mean, but whenever one of the mechanics has time, they want to teach me. I do my best to learn what I can from whatever industry I'm in. You know, stuff like that. Stuff like that will produce generational wealth. Stuff like that. What you teach your children will basically allow them to live the rest of their lives without a want or a need. Because they can take what they learned from you. Actually, my dad taught me the best of what he knew. They could take what they learned from you and apply it to their day-to-day life, apply it to basically whatever home they own or whatever industry they want to go into. Like when I went to try for an aviation college, like to be an aviation power plant certified mechanic.
Right.
I mean, one of the splices that I got complimented on were the I got complimented on one of my splices, and my wire splices by the electrician teacher. Western Union splice. They don't use that anymore because they used to use that for knob and tubing. Like, you know what knob and tubing wiring is?
No, I never heard of it. No.
What it's a really old wiring. It's a fire hazard. You know, it's what knob and tubing was basically they had ceramic tubes or
Right.
ceramic tubes in between wires, and they used the Western Union splice to basically connect the wiring, and that was a freaking fire hazard, for obvious reasons, because the house, as it ages, it shifts,
Right.
you know, with the elements, and you have to know that in order to basically do wiring in your house. I mean, I'm not an electrician. I don't piss with electrical power. That's not my expertise. I leave that to the professionals. But at
Yep.
least with those things that I know and how to lay drywall, I can at least save myself some money. And we're gonna get into partnerships in relationships. I mean, well, before that, do y'all have anything to say about the previous topics?
With the black community, I would
Yeah.
say once again, man, there's no black community because it's been destruction ever since I was growing up. My first problem was black women. Now I say it again. My first problem was black women, and then came the thugs, and then came the parents, so on and so on. Uh, I deal with it less now because I know how to stand my ground against these people. That's about it.
Yeah. What about you, Lion? You still there?
He lying went to
Sorry,
sleep.
I was on mute.
Uh,
I mean, there's nothing more for me to be said too much on this on the topic too much. So yeah, I guess I'll be leaving now. But y'all have a good day.
I still got a few more topics.
hmm.
I mean, if you want to go,
Go ahead.
Mhm.
I mean, the topics is the next few topics is partnerships and relationships,
That one,
and
there's none.
there is
Interesting.
no.
There's none. As in this decade, there is no partnership or relationships. Relationships are just dead at this point. Partnerships, that's broken by the women.
How it used to be. How it
Yeah.
used to be was basically your goal was to basically make a better life for your children, better
Yes.
than you did. Your goal as the mother was to teach your children. Your goal as the father was to teach your children. Now, back like I said, women typically were the house were basically work were the household. They basically made the home. They made they basically had the children learning. You know,
Yes.
anything that they learned, any college was done when the children were at school and the man was at work.
Yep.
Any schooling that they wanted to do, like to bring in extra income for the house, was done while the man was at work and the kids were at school.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
what, and it's like they brought it home and they made sure that they taught the kids how to do how with the lessons that they learned, and not only in college, but in their job. You know,
Yep.
not only from the college. These children back then could do equations that would make our head spins, our head spin without a calculator. You know,
Yep.
with an abacus, or with or without an abacus, and that right there is pretty much. I mean, what happened with the breakdown? Well, civil rights movement
Yep.
sparked it off. Civil rights movement sparked it off.
That
I'm not.
that
gonna- I'm not going to dick around. But you know, you can go.
I say that and the Democrats fucked it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Civil rights movement sparked it off. They literally just kicked it off, like literally professional. And I'm gonna tell you how civil rights movement kicked it off. When Rosa Parks, when they started doing those marches, behind the scenes, there was some, whether it was basically pure good intentions, just hijacked, or whatever. Behind the scenes, somebody was making plans on how they can do this, on how they can jack everything up to make a profit.
Yep.
And they
And
did.
you can't forget the elites too, because they fucked up everything too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And they did. And they made, and they're still making a profit today. Now it's
Yep.
going to be, now the profits in about the next 10, 20 years, the profits about to die down because they don't have a GDP to make it.
Nope.
They're not going to have a GDP worth a darn to make it.
I say, man, this is my last job in work. I had at least over 36, 37 jobs from the age 17, and now I'm 35 right now. I'm about to say that I want to build a home business and stop working for people because that's gonna fail next three
It
to four
is.
years.
It is. My sister's plan on going to school for business.
Right.
You know, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. She's good at math. She's good at computers. I'm more the mechanical type person. I'm good at mechanical stuff, gears, pistons, crankshafts. I'm a motorhead, you know. But the thing is, things are about to get real hairy in the next two to 3 years. You
Yep.
know, it's gonna get real interesting. And it's like the thing is, second, there's no. I mean, you like you said, there's no partnership. There's no team. There's just basically I. You know,
Right.
there's I. And last time I checked, there's no I in team. There's just an I in the being a selfish motherfucker. Because I ain't selfish. That's for damn sure. There's I in individual. That's how you spell it.
Yep.
And it's like it's crazy, you know. And people like my dad told me that get with a person that you can see yourself spending 18 plus years with them. 18 plus. And the problem is none of these women I cannot see spending 18 plus years with them.
Mm-mm.
And it's like parenthood, that's out the picture. Like, and what people don't realize is parenthood is not just till the child turns 18. You know,
Right.
my dad had moves long when he died was was pushing moves our way long before he died. And my dad had moves, had some things planned out when he after he died, years after he died.
Yep.
You know, parenthood is not just like it's not just 18 years. It's not when you close your eyes for the final time. It's what the impression you leave after you're gone. You know, it's the impression you leave after you're gone. The lessons that you've taught that allow your child to flourish and survive. Not only survive but thrive. That is what parenthood in partnership was supposed to be. Now it's just, oh, when you turn 16, I'm gonna kick you out the house. That is not a
I, I
parent.
I wanted to get out. I wanted to get out because I was in a lot of stress and trouble and all that crap. Of course, the
Your
women in the family.
your child, like I said, children are not. First off, children are not meant to have stress
Nope.
until it's not meant to be. full stress. You're supposed to regulate the amount of stress that they have, as a parent until they're able to handle it.
Yep.
Until they're able to handle it. And you teach them how to manage it. You teach them how to regulate their emotions. That is what's going on. That is what's gonna that's what shapes society, you know.
Yep.
I'm gonna let you go for a bit.
All right then.
And I'm gonna let you go off, like I say you got some stuff here, you got some knowledge that you want to share, you
I would
know.
say much, man. My whole problem was just women, black women at that. So is there much there when it comes to sex and all that crap happened with them? Nope. Never had sex with a black woman. Oh, they gave me hell. I would say that and troubles and all that crap. But when it came to sex and stuff like that, I was like, nope, not having sex with them. Because number one, the same pattern they've been doing to black men over the years, put them on
Yep.
child support, alimony. You gotta, pay the female and all this crap, and
Right.
you know,
And the funny thing about it is the ones that you have access to are the low quality ones, or the bottom of the barrel.
ones who look like Lizzo.
Hmm. Yep. Or on drugs.
Yep.
Something funny is that I have messed with a black woman before, and this chick almost got me caught up. You know,
Right.
almost got me trapped. If it wasn't for the fact that I basically was a truck driver, I'd have been trapped because I checked the condom, and that's the sure shit. I mean, while I'm going to town on this freaking toy, condom breaks. Plenty of lube, condom broke. Like, oh, this chick was trying to trap me.
Yep.
She was trying to trap me. She almost got one. And from there, it's like, there's no point anymore. I'm a truck driver. I don't got the time.
Yep.
And they don't like it.
I want to say pissed off at me because I don't kiss their ass. These black women in my neighborhood and
I
other
don't go there.
cities. Because I don't, me as a MGTOW, I don't kiss their ass and all that. I'm
I'm not anywhere around them. I'm in a nice place with nothing but highway and neighbors right next to me. That we leave each other alone. I'm quiet. They're quiet. We leave each other alone.
Yep. Yep, man. That's why I'm trying to get another income, but I want to do it from home this time. I don't want to get off work and go to another job and be exhausted, be
Right.
exhausted the next day, be tired.
Hey, you have a YouTube channel, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a hold of that. I'm gonna try to check that out.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like right now it's just open topic for a few minutes. See who wants to join in and if they want to add anything.
You think about men's health besides, the American style diet.
Men's health. What are we talking about? Mental health, physical health.
Physical health. Wow,
Physical.
men getting so many diseases like cancer and prostate cancer and all this
If,
crap.
if I get cancer, it's taking me out. I don't care how advanced the treatment is. It's taking me out.
Yep.
I'm not getting treatment. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let it kill me.
Hmm.
Any diseases that I get, I'm gonna let it kill me flat out. I'm not gonna get the treatment. I'm not gonna get the treatment so I can live what a few more years
Right.
and basically stave off the inevitable. Fuck out of here. Like first things foremost, our our basically reproduction is basically tied to what we have. Believe it or not, I have a theory. I have a theory. Our willingness, like believe it, like a lot of women don't a lot of people don't believe it, but our willingness to reproduce or our willingness to get our Johnsons hard is directly reflective on the women that we have access to.
Yep.
If we have access to trash, we're not getting our dicks aren't getting hard. And if our dicks are hard, our dicks aren't gonna stay hard and we're not gonna bust in them. Flat out.
Yep.
If we've been basically blue balled, goddamn let on, basically games played, all this goddamn bullshit, but the best thing you're gonna get is basically us being a basset hound on the front porch when a stranger approaches. Lift our head, get a view, and go right back down to fucking what we were doing is laying our fucking heads on the porch. You know,
Right.
we will admire the beauty, but we ain't fuck. But many of us are not. But we ain't gonna fucking act. You know, we'll hey, that she pretty. She looked pretty bad. She looked pretty nice. Oh, that's his problem. You know,
Right.
that's pretty much the mentality. She looks pretty nice. Looks nice, and got it nice. She's stacked, nice, nice short thing. Like, okay, good for you. Leave me alone. No, she can leave me alone for all I care. And there's nothing these women can do, especially when a man has no desire to sleep with them. And these women says, "Oh, a lot of people says, oh, you don't need you don't need to make a love spell. You need to make a healing spell." Okay, these women don't know healing spells. All they know, the majority of these women do not know any healing spells whatsoever. We like for the most part, we have had let me break this to you. When a man fixes himself, he fixes himself in a fucked up cast. You
Yep.
know, if a woman manages to fix a man, let me tell you the example. I'll give you a really good old world example. There's a reason why women were good at needlepoint because they saw the fine details, the finer details of things. You know, like the needlepoint embroidery. They saw the finer details. And that is why when men do stuff like needlepoint, and unless they got a steady hand and have an artistic eye and are been trained in artistry, they're gonna make it fucked up. We're gonna fix ourselves. Yeah, that's a given, but we're gonna fix ourselves fucked up. You know?
Yeah. Or do I think of man's health? Can you get rid of cancer and all this crap? And the answer is yes. Now, how do you get rid of cancer, diabetes, AIDS, and all this other stuff? Well, and the doctors won't tell you this. Either they know or they don't know. You have to detox. What do you detox with? Fruit and herbs. What are you removing when you detox? You're removing the acid from your cells,
Amino acids.
or just acid in your cells, like your glands and your organs and stuff like that.
Yep.
These
Amino
acids,
acids, freaking lactic acids and stuff.
yeah, these acids come from the foods that we eat, like meats and dairy and cheese, like stuff like that.
Me, I'm hoping it kills me. You know,
Yeah,
I don't give. I'm not detoxing. Fuck off from Freddy. You know,
right,
that's the point of my. That's the point where I'm at. Like me and you are like complete opposites. You know,
right.
You care about your health. I don't give a fuck. Only things like keep me alive, maybe past the PFT. Other than that, after that, man, shit, I'm gonna be a sloppy motherfucker.
Yep, man. I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. Like some people live longer when they on the American style diet. My grandmother, for once, because she died February 9th of this year, she was 97 and she be eating meats forever, meats and dairy and stuff like that.
I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
I drink beer. So
and uh,
shit.
and a lot of people don't make it in their 90s, 80s, 70s, and 50s. A lot of people dying young,
Yep.
believe it or not. Yeah,
Like mental health. Like I said, I mean, people like me probably live long. Will probably live long as fuck too.
yep,
Like you see all the savage motherfuckers. They're the people that get all the shit off the chest.
yep.
That's fucking crazy. Well, anything else to add?
Um, not that I know of. But we do
Well,
need to talk about more if MGTOW men or men in general want to work from home or away from people. We can talk more about that.
yeah, let's learn about that. There's ways to make money from that without going to a 9 to 5. Hell, I could probably make money in my truck, extra money in my truck.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
because I'm tired of dealing with people, man. Me personally.
me, I'm a truck driver. I only deal with the people that I feel like dealing with. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
my pretty much my dispatch don't call unless it's something important.
yeah.
Like, do you know any ways to make money from home?
There's a lot of opportunities on LinkedIn and Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting. People are starting to get into what's that dude, that new currency shit? Not the cryptocurrency, not the goddamn uh uh no brain fucking turd shit, the NFTs and shit. Not that shit. There's cyber property or some shit. You ever heard anything about that?
No,
Uh,
I
I
haven't.
was gonna, I was thinking about toying with that a bit, see what happens.
Yeah,
But for the most part, I thought about it. Let's see what happens.
yeah, yep. Mm. I
All
have
right.
anything else to add?
Yeah. Well, in that case, I guess I'll end the show.
All right, man. See you later.
Hey, hey, see you later. It's been a pleasure. I would like to thank Jr. Jim McIntosh, One Fast Dak, Tricky Willie, Back in the Bucket. Heck, I'd like to thank Corey Steele, Blue Lion, and Red Pill Daniels. It's been a pleasure to do a little short shit at the fan Friday. I hope your weekend goes well planned and shit and all that wonderful happy horse swaddle. And I hope everything goes well.
The shit's gonna hit the fan.
This is Red Pill in the Wind with another Trent Labs Tico Trent production. Listen, like I said, don't let the shit hit the fan. They just have a whole lot of mess and fucking bad smell spread all over the damn place. I'd like to thank Corey Steele as well for coming on. This is Rip Pill in the Wind. Signing off.